before we jump into showing you how we adjust our riders, I wanted to explain how we measure for arm length and inseam. So let me show you how we do this. So Cindy, if you could put your arm up and put it nice and straight. So we basically from the top of the shoulder, we put the tape measure there, and we measure to where the wrist basically connects to your hand, like the end of the wrist. We're gonna pop up an image right after this too, which will kind of show you. So in this case, we're gonna put it top of her shoulder, measure to the wrist, it's 21 inches. Now for the inseam, you're gonna stick the tape measure right inside your leg to the highest point of where your leg attaches to your body, or your hip more or less, or in your body. So if you wanna stick the tape measure in there, and then you measure down to the ankle. So she's gonna hold that, I'm gonna bring it down basically right to where your ankle pops out, and that's 28 inches. So obviously, it's not an exact science when you're measuring yourself, but being generally speaking within the ballpark will be good enough for measuring for our types of bikes. Now we're here with Liz. Liz is 5'7". So we're getting into the taller range of women. We kind of went through the midsection of heights, the lower heights, and now we're getting into the taller section of women. So let's see how the EVRYjourney fits Liz. So if you want to step on, we've got the measurements set to what our last woman was at 5'6". Okay, so let's see. Foot is easily flat on the ground. Now put your foot on the pedal. Okay, now definitely way too relaxed of a leg here. Actually, it's not a terrible bend. I think I'm going to bring it up about an inch, maybe a little more than an inch, and we'll see how that goes. Liz has 32-inch long inseam and 21.5-inch arms. So she's got the longest legs and the longest arms of all the women we've measured so far. So that's great. We can kind of see how this works. Okay, now go ahead and sit on that. We brought it up about a little over an inch. Can you still, is your foot still flat on the ground?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, now put your foot on the pedal for me. So it's actually maybe a little too bent. You know, depending on how aggressive you want to be, I'm going to bring it down just a touch to get a little more bend in her leg. Let's try that. It was just a micro adjustment, really. Okay, go ahead and sit on that.
That feels better.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then put your foot on the pedal. Yeah, that looks great. And in terms of the handlebars, how does that feel for you?
I feel maybe a little bit low.
Yeah, I agree. So let's just bring these up maybe like 1/4 inch. Okay, try that. Yeah, it looks good to me.
Yeah.
You can see her arms are super relaxed, her back is straight, and it's really easy for her to get into that riding position. So here we are at 5'7". We can still get a perfect fit on the EVRYjourney for Liz. So if you want to hop off, I'm going to take some measurements here. So we've got the stem out of the head tube by about 2 3/4 inches. And on the seat post, measured to the bottom of the seat clamp, we've got it 3 3/4 inches. So, oops. So what's really interesting is we have very similar adjustments for Liz for our 5'5" rider. So again, there's a lot that plays into the torso, arm length, leg length, wrist, and what's most comfortable for your body. Again, at home, you guys can make simple adjustments yourself. So let's move on to our 5'8" woman.